Hello all, hope you is good. Welcome back to Europa Universalis 4 with the Mongol Empire and our descent into India. Oh, I mean Vijayanagar is like about a half of India right now, so it's not too far away to say that this is just the push through India. Right, Junagar are done. Get out of here. Let's burn the province and Akora up. So then let's deal with Memey. Their 11k will just become separatists. 139 plays 154. What if I move away from their homeland? Just a little bit. Will they change their mind and go walk back into it? Or are they just going to stay black flagged forever? Exiled from their own lands, the Muwaris perish. Either they'll just turn into separatists and I'll just beat them. It's the real answer. Let's also use some of this money to both grab stronger manufactories and to have courthouses. What I'll also do is take out a corruption loan, just one. Let's not bother with great projects right now. Let's just build a whole bunch of courthouses, save my gov cap a little. Soon enough I'll be grabbing the Grand Palace from Ayutthaya for even more percent gov cap. And I'm going to statify more of my land, which will give me more everything. We're cooking. The age left the coalition, thank goodness. Phew. Ulm's still in it. Ulm aren't in it. Good, okay, I think we're fine. Everything is under control here. Prome are allied to Bengal. I'm sure that Prome will come along and fight them heartily. They're always Sepour, Pegu, Mongkong and Prome. Don't worry Bengal, I'm coming for you too. The plan from this war will be to cut Bengal off from Vijayanagar and then take some forts. So Milwar. I've got to wait quite a while before you'll peace out, unfortunately. Is what it is. And I don't have any more provinces to colonise right now. Or, you know, put frontiers down in. That's okay. Let's attack in Salem. And that's another fort down. This is 3 siege. This is also 3 siege. Let's take the one not actively attacking something. Into Jinji. And our truce with France has expired. Our truce with France has expired. What were France a part of? The war with Sweden, where I full annexed them. That's what they're telling me, is it's been about 15 years since I took Scandinavia. That's how I read that, quite honestly. What I could do is let's take everything -1 from Miwar. Just had a brainstorm. Because I want to core the Vijayanagari land anyway. And then go for them again. What about if I just turn Miwar into an OPM and then take them on next war? They'll fall like how Junagar or whatever their name were here. Yeah, Junagar. They will fall in a similar manner. So from Vijayanagar, I take this to stop them from directly wanting to attack. Then, what's your thoughts? You're a fort. You're a fort. That's a fort. I'm already taking on Ratanpur, which is a fort. Let's see here, what else? Yeah, and then I think it's just plugging holes, isn't it? So let's make it connect. Something like this, I think. 97% aggressive expansion. Pretty good. I'll take it. Then what's this about? Let's grab... because it's the only thing that's more difficult to grab. Let's grab Gov Reform Progress. I can put it in expanding admin, for instance. That's pretty handy. So how goes the spread of printing press? Poorly. How goes the spread of global trade? Also equally poorly. That's fine. I'm way ahead of tech. In fact, the fact that I can have a higher maximum power cap due to the fact that I haven't embraced institutions is what's led me to be super ahead of tech. Ahead of time. Long may it remain. Admin 17 is 1800 right now. My cap is 1650. So a couple more years less ahead of time, and I can take admin 17 very, very early. Once again, I'd be somewhere in the region of 30 years ahead of time. Which is quite crazy when you think about it. Where are you going? 6 feet under, I think. I also am halfway through my war score from battles. And thanks for the discovery spread. I know the notification was about finishing off a province, but nothing wrong with a routine check. And yeah, they lost that battle. And they're at medium enthusiasm while being at 92%. Come on, the enthusiasm calculator. Get to it. These guys should be at low by now. They've got hardly any units left. I've dookied on them. Let's get to it. Then an ability, which is going to be the last one of the era. Let's make it the prestige from conversions. I don't really have anything I need, so that will do. Also note that I am still converting stuff. It's coming along quite nicely without me having to do anything. More provinces are converted culturally. How are we looking for Sino-Altaic? Oh, doesn't that look nice? It's getting there. It's getting there. There's little pockets where it's going to reduce the cost for other nearby provinces. I like that. It just makes things cheaper without having to put in any real effort into the situation. So, Japan. Yeah, you're slightly going up. If I influence you, Japan, I mean that looks like a waste of money because it was a waste of money, I was just curious if it reduces their desire to be in my coalition. I mean, I'll just improve relations with them as well. It's actually a positive value. Hungary left the coalition, the Papal State left the coalition. I mean, Hungary specifically leaving the coalition is what I would describe as a very foolhardy move. Hungary is guaranteed by the Commonwealth, that's very true. My truce time with the Commonwealth is also almost up. If the Commonwealth join the coalition, I will use Hungary as the basis for a war. Get Commonwealth pieced out and then maybe just, you know, wait until the reset to go for them again. Or just truce break them down to the ground. One of the two. I haven't decided anything yet. As they say, nothing is set in stone. So expansion of the Silk Road. I need provinces in here. I want provinces with base production of 5 to have a workshop. Let's try and see if I can make this work. Yeah, anything in Persia and Khorasan with a base production of 5 has a workshop. What about if I put myself into development map mode? We'll just quickly deal with this. You're done. I mean, again, I have spare bird mana right now, so why not? I also have spare money, so why not? Let's make you a workshop. Make you a workshop as well. It was have a workshop, right? Or am I doing the wrong thing? Base production of 5 and have a workshop. Yeah, we're good. That fulfills the mission. And thanks to me taking the corruption loan, do I reduce my corruption? Nah, let's leave it as it is. I'll leave it as it is. It will naturally reduce itself. A 99% medium enthusiasm. Ridiculous. We'll take 0.1 ducats as well. Nice. So that now takes off a huge chunk of Vijayanagar. So let's repeat the process. Raise all the provinces. I might check a couple states as like a spot check to see if anything can be concentrated. I doubt that there'll be anything to be able to concentrate development on, but we'll see. Because I mean, Beijing's getting pretty meaty now with the various other province, you know, states that I've done that exact same thing with. So I doubt there'll be much more that can be done, but we'll see. As I say, no harm, no chicken. Yeah, I'm not bothered about that. Great project anyway. It's kind of meh. Just about tolerances and stuff of heretics and whatever. Brilliant for when you're playing with Hindu, but otherwise, not a problem. Also, max admin. I think not. Then let's call this. Awesome. Again, it's not quite 140%. I'm sure it will be less than that. And I'm sure it will still be over 100, to be fair, but not quite by 40%. Let's remove some forts and let everything core up. Oh, it was literally 139%. Okay, sure. Vijayanagar no longer considers me a rival. You do you. Conquered provinces from Vijayanagar plus 100. Wow. And I once again have the Silence of the Lambs event. That's a shame. And you're no longer a valid rival. So what next? I mean, the Mamluks. The Ottomans. I mean, ideally I think the next one would just be the Mamluks for the memes, right? I can't take much from the Mamluks at the moment. I'd need to eat Medina first, or somewhere along the way, and the Ottomans, but you know what? Let's just have the Mamluks as a rival, because why not? It's been a while since I've had the Mamluks as a rival. Then, any good? There's a couple okay ones. We'll go like that. Then there'll be some really good manufactories. Some mediocre at best manufactories. And what about barracks? I know I could also make training fields, but with my current funds I'd rather just make a couple extra barracks. I can upgrade the training fields later. And then the rebel faction list returns, but not for much. There's very specifically provinces over here with a lot of unrest. They must have been the separatist sentiment provinces. Yep, rebel sentiment, plus 15. Okay, we'll just deal with that. I don't mind. To be fair, I'm quite liking just zooming back just to look in awe at the epicness of the nation so far. It's coming along quite nicely. Tondo has entered into a coalition. In my usual decorum I ask, or I say, I don't care coalition. So let's improve relations with Japan. What I can also do is scornfully insult Suraf and Bandar. They're just down here. I recall. I remember I had a fort on Suraf, so I remembered that one. But yeah, you can probably tell I'm going for get Japan out of the coalition. And then I'm going to go for them after I've dealt with Vijayanagar. That's the plan. Oh, I forgot to check the states. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Oh, Andhra, I am a little surprised. Alright. Sure. Sounds good to me. So, Delhi. Allied to Ottomans and Manila. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of eating your allies at the moment, Delhi, haven't I? You had some previous ones, they're gone now. And oh, I need to eat Noir. So let's go here. They've left their units in Black Flag territory still. Alright. You can do as you wish. I should not have just clicked that event. That of course was an overextension event. Silly me. In the meantime, 3, 7, 11, 15, 18, yeah, wasn't quite enough. So, relations of 19 with Japan. If I now give them a little bit of money, a lot more than a little bit of money apparently, I can scornfully insult a rival. Hey Malacca, we haven't even come to your land yet, but we can already tell that you're too puny to even be worthy of a rival. Get out of here. So now, Japan are at 44. Then, more cultures. I can give 7, let's give 7 relations worth, just to ensure they're over 50. I know it's a bit silly to give money to somebody you're wanting to attack. It's kind of like throwing salt at your enemies, but at the moment it's doing me fine. Delhi and conquest of Pataliputra. Good job, Delhi. You're doing a thing. They've lost Manila as an ally. But there you go, Japan have left the coalition. So now it doesn't matter if I was to declare war on Nifk or straight up Japan. Of course, I want to straight up declare war on Japan. Then fight Nifk at the same time. and then truce break Japan and take on the rest, because they're only 2 wars worth at the moment. I would need to act quickly though, because they won't be just 2 wars worth when Age of Absolutism hits. Unless I increase my max absolutism very quickly. If only there was a button in the game that could give you max absolutism. That would be really nice. Especially if it was, say, with mana that was absolutely useless at the time. And could be used just about every single month on the condition that the other thing that affects it drops down rather quickly. Yeah, that's right. I lose 0.02 horde unity a month. I could literally just hit the strength in government every month and get more absolutism. For as much as I have sword mana. So, Mantle of the Great Khan. Any country of the... Okay. So, I need... I mean, it says any country have an army smaller than the Mongol Empire. I think it means all countries have an army smaller than the Mongol Empire. It's saying that you need to have the biggest army. Kind of think to yourself, settlers of Catan. This is why you buy development cards, guys. This is why you buy development cards. Development cards are the most strongest thing in Catan. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. If they tell you they're not as good as you think, they're trying to gaslight you to stop them from taking your strategy. Great Britain fighting Spain. Couldn't care less. That's colonial stuff. I can't even see any other world yet. It's just this. Just the old world. I know nothing of the colonial game. Right now you can say I'm in blissful ignorance. So August this year. So if I can clear Vijayanagar in a decade, which should be rather handily possible, I could then just go straight to Japan and start dealing with stuff before I lose the... Well, actually I've got 2 decades, because you've got, of course, 10 years after the spawning of global trade. But global trade will spawn exactly at 1600, I'm sure. And I'm sure it will be English Channel, and I'm sure it will be... I'm gonna guess it will be... either Shrewsbury or Lincolnshire this time. I have a strong feeling it will be Lincolnshire though. Don't know why, but that's the one I'm throwing out as my guess. We shall see. Also, Tech 16. Nice. Honestly, I got a bit excited thinking it was for Tech 17, but then it would have the thing saying about the innovativeness. Also, yes, I'm almost at max innovativeness. Another little fantastic byproduct of permanently taking techs ahead of time and just staying permanently ahead. August 1590. 1 more month to go. Come on, you can do it. And yes, the Vijayanagari separatists are about to rise up. Not a problem. I'll fight them where they spawn. Velanadu. So they spawned right... press the button. Right nearby. Everything finishes coring. All my other rebels start decaying. Excellent. So now, once I've finished the battle versus the separatists, let's fight. I'm still only 11k manpower in the hole. Good stuff. So next, tribal conquest. Pop. I don't have the bird mana to reduce war exhaustion right now. Something to do with teching up. It's fine, don't worry about it. Everything will come back around. What goes around comes around. So let's grab... I want to go for the all provinces looted. I'm going to go for the all provinces looted. I'm going to take the tribe agenda that says yeet your mission. I'm not even getting it for the stab cost modifier part, I'm just using it for the yeet your mission part. Then we take it off. And yes, that's part of the reason why my stab cost is a little higher these days, because I no longer have the specific agenda that I just got rid of. But that's okay, because it's still super cheap right now. Not complaining. So, can I grab any more manufactories? Yeah, there's a really good one there. Excellent stuff. And it's at a natural plus 60 ducats. Almost. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Again, traders suffering, don't really care. So I can take Tech 17 with 1700 paper mana. Let's wait a little more. I need to wait for global trade to have spawned for it to truly increase my point capacity, but also, of course, if I wait a few more years, the tech will come down in cost and it will be within my budget. That's really what I need. Okay, that's not right, is it? There we go. Let's grab a whole bunch of what's it called? Carpet sieging. Get rid of some stuff. I think I've accidentally duplicated on one of the provinces also. Not a problem. Go on, yes, go to Kachan Puram. That definitely won't be a problem. Oh, you're actually not going there, are you? You're trying to go into the sea. Cuddalore is also flatland. As Vijayanagara will find out the hard way. We can do things one of two ways, Vijayanagara. Either you can submit to authority or you can come willingly. I mean, they both lead to the similar sort of outcome. I mean, either you can come willingly or feel the burn, I suppose is what I'm trying to get at. You get the idea. I scuffed up the delivery, but the intention behind my words is there. So let's move these over. Good stuff. And I think I might start to bring some of these further down here and try and keep my units safe. Let's also go up here. I'll take out the stack in Vijayanagara. Stack wipe. Moving on. And yes, I do want to finish off Miwa before I fully peace out Vijayanagara. They need to be gone, quite frankly. Ujjain, wonderful. They'll take peace very soon. I need more length of war. Yeah, more length of war reduction. So I've got time. As I say, I don't quite want to peace out Vijayanagara next. Yet. If they could move from Sri Lanka, that would be great. Because what I'll do is I'll get rid of all of this. What can I get rid of? And they've got no forts in here. Their only fort is Kandy. So if I can get onto Sri Lanka, I can do this. Also, what's going on with the Maldives? They've been independent this entire time. Nobody's even touched them. Good job, Maldives. You stay as your little island. more occupations. Let's also reduce war exhaustion at least once. Also, what would this give? 137% aggressive expansion. Overextension, sorry. Not AE. Not bothered about the AE right now. I'm just eating nations. AE doesn't really account for anything. Muar still won't siege. Cede. They won't give up. And I'm no longer 3 times Spain anymore. Oh well. They've got a lot of big colonial nations. Eating them is going to be satisfying. I might just inherit their colonial nations. I might have to forge my own to make sure that everything's okay. Or, who knows, the colonial nations might even become independent when I take out Spain. They might eventually declare their own sovereignty. And then I'll need to go and take them on anyway. We'll see. It all just depends, doesn't it? Anyway, that'll be the end of this episode, and we'll continue this in the next one. So for now, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.